Yo, so look, I'm gonna tell you about this coronavirus, bro. This thing is crazy. I remember I was watching this movie a couple years ago. I don't remember what the name of it is. I'm gonna find out what the name of it is. I might end up putting it in the video somewhere here. But Lawrence Fishburne played in the movie, and people were getting sick in different countries when the movie came on. And then it started traveling over to the States, over here to America. People started getting sick, locking themselves in the house. People were getting sick. I think they were dying. And it was just so crazy, bro. It was so crazy. At the end of the movie, it showed like how the virus came about, was killing people off. And how it happened was there was a bat. I think the bat was biting into chicken. I think it came from Japan or China, the virus in the movie. And then there's people saying, look, it came from China, Japan, for real. And the bat, I think it was biting into like the raw meat that they was chopping on the streets, or it bit into some fruits, because the bats were hanging upside down while, you know, people were cutting their food and stuff on the streets, and the bats were biting into the stuff, I think. And they had the infection, they had a disease, and it was coming from the bats. Nobody really knew where it was coming from. They thought they killed it at the end of the movie, but it was coming from bats that were biting into fruits and foods and stuff. And people were eating it, they were touching other people, other stuff, and then it started traveling. That was the first, thing to mark about this. The second one was when I actually saw the movie Planet of the Apes. And what happened was, the one guy, the doctor, he got sick in the movie. He started sneezing blood, right? And then he went to this other doctor's house to actually ask him for help. And he sneezed on the doctor's clothes, and blood got on the doctor. Told him, get away, get out of here, leave, get away from my house. That doctor ended up getting sick from him getting sneezed on with blood, because it came from the monkeys, I believe. One of the monkeys, I think, was infected. Or no, it wasn't infected. The monkey wasn't infected. It was this type of gas that they used to put the monkeys to sleep. It was like some real toxic gas. And when the monkey, I guess, it woke up, the gas went up the guy's nose, and they told everybody to put their mask on so they wouldn't get sick. He couldn't get his mask on in time, and he got sick. So then when he passed on to that doctor that he sneezed on with the blood, that doctor ended up going to the airport at the end of the movie, right? And then he sneezed, and then he had blood on his hand, and he looked. And that blood, what was in the blood was some kind of poison or whatever. Then at the end of the movie, it starts showing people was getting on planes and stuff. They was being affected, and it was traveling to the whole world was sick. It was showing all these red dots where everybody in the world was just sick from the blood getting on this person and sneezing and touching this and that. And then when the other Planet of the Apes came out, when Caesar was all grown up, all the people were dead. Everybody was dead. There was a few people who survived that were like in the rainforests and stuff, but almost all the population of the world died from this disease. That was the other thing. And last but not least, there was a movie called World War Z, where it started showing all these people was getting infected by a virus. They started turning to mummies. They was like dead, whatever. And they was biting other human beings, turning them. And it was just a huge outbreak. I actually have the game, World War Z, on Xbox. It's crazy. Like, you could put the game up on even like medium, not even expert or legendary, and you will not survive. I'm talking about they're just flooding you. And the virus is crazy how it broke out in the movie. And then I guess it was trying to throw a shot at the whole perception of, if you saw in the part of the movie, all the mommies were climbing this wall, trying to get over. And they were shooting from an airplane, shooting the mummies, the zombies basically. It was shooting them off the wall. Then that got portrayed into people climbing the wall here. Well, not here, but people climbing the wall, and Trump was having them shot, and he was having them pulled down because they was trying to pound on top of each other to get over the wall. That's why I say, bro, these movies are showing true life definitions on what's really going on out here in this world today. It's so crazy. It's actually going on. Like, that's why I don't just watch movies to be entertained. I literally sit back and I see, what are they telling us? Because whatever they're showing us, it seems like it's happening are going to happen in real life. And as long as Trump is still around, and he is part of what's going on with this coronavirus, I know he's part of it. He's sending out people checks and stuff, talking about, oh, y'all guys are getting money for y'all being laid off. And people's like, oh, money, money, money. I'm like, this is the same guy, you know what I mean, that wanted to blow up other places. You know what I mean? Just because he wanted to. This is the same guy, like, where, you know, he would do stupid things that will put us Americans in jeopardy. So don't get all happy because he's sending y'all paychecks. Because he is the coronavirus. He is behind it. I know he is. You know what I'm saying? But after watching those movies, I started to see, like, okay, when's this stuff going to happen? And now it's happening in our modern day society. It's happening today in America. America is #1 in the coronavirus. #1. It's a shame, man. It's a shame.